Anger, arson, anarchy. France has descended into chaos after 17-year-old French-Algerian Naël Marzouk was shot dead by a police officer last week. Naël was allegedly driving a car without a license when two policemen stopped him in a Parisian suburb on the 27th of June. But Naël ignored police orders and tried to drive off. One police officer fired a bullet which hit Naël in the chest, killing him. Naël's murder sparked massive anger against the police. Hundreds of thousands of protesters took to the streets, setting vehicles and public buildings on fire, looting shops and clashing with the police. The fire that started in Paris quickly spread across the country. French President Emmanuel Macron has called Naël's killing inexcusable, but he also slammed the wave of violent protests that have engulfed the country. Since the protests first erupted, more than 3,000 people have been detained and nearly 50,000 personnel are deployed on the streets. Naël's death was the spark, but at the heart of the public anger was long existing undertones of racism in society and the disproportionate use of force by the police. Since 2017, by law, French police have been allowed to use firearms in cases of non-compliance during traffic stops, but as a result, fatal shootings by officers have shot up. In 2022, there were 13 such shootings, and a majority of victims have been black or of Arab origin. This is despite the fact that France is one of the most racially and ethnically diverse countries in Europe. The UN's Human Rights Office said the unrest was a chance for France to address deep issues of racism in law enforcement. The protests have also exposed discontent in low-income neighborhoods over discrimination and lack of opportunity. For Macron, the crisis poses a new challenge to his leadership. There were weeks of violent protests against unpopular pension reforms earlier this year. But with the latest round of protests, all eyes are on how Macron will heal the country and reset his presidency.